I'm looking for a job, hopefully in international relations. It's always interested me.
I would like jobs in accounting, finance sector, like finance analyst or accountant type jobs. Yes.
I think it's very much important for students, and I don't think I can stress enough how many people we bring in. Always, we may say the message, but the message definitely gets clear and gets through if someone in the industry, in the field, helps a student realize how important it is to structure an effective resume, how important it is to have an objective, not have an objective, how important it is to list experience, the relevant coursework, even if they worked as bartending or in McDonald's, how they've gained the skills and exposure and how they write their resume is key.
This is Keisha's resume. This is Keisha's resume. What do we think? Do we like the font? Her name font? Can everybody see it? Come on, you guys in the back row, can you see that? You can see that, right? We're gonna get your resume down to one page before we're done today. The point of your objective is to distinguish yourself. It doesn't have to be, in my opinion, the actual job that you want. You may want an entry-level position in Katz Media Group, and you really don't know what that is. Or it could be you want to be a sales assistant in Katz Media Group because you're really interested in media sales. But what's happening these days, has anybody ever heard of an ATS? An applicant tracking system? So there's a special thing now that a lot of companies have where you submit your resume online, you can do it in the middle of the night, and it matches up what's on your resume to the applicant tracking system. And if there's a match, the recruiter comes in the next morning and says, I want to talk to Eric, or I want to talk to Lydia, or I want to talk to Jane, because it pops up. So the point of the objective these days is to highlight very specific words that might actually match the industry that you're interested in. Interviews, quickly, phone interviews. I think more and more companies these days are doing initial interviews through the phone first. Saves them time, saves you a trip. With the cost of commuting going up, I think everybody's pretty sensitive to that. If somebody wants to have a phone interview with you, take it seriously. I'm not saying put on a suit, but look in the mirror. Pay attention to how you're speaking. Listen to the questions. It really counts.
I'm here because I have a basic idea of how to write a resume, and I recently left the military, and that's why I want to learn how to list all my experiences, make an effective resume, because I hope to transfer soon and find a good job.
Many exploratory interviews are fact-finding. You find out information about the company and the person, I find out information about you. In 3 months, there might actually be a job. I might call you. Or I might be able to refer you to somebody else. Never say no to an exploratory interview. Dress appropriately. You're not sure how my company dresses? Be conservative. It's a lot easier to put clothes on than to take them off. Or it's a lot easier to take them off than put them on, rather. Dress appropriately. If it snows, take your snow boots off. Leave them in my front closet. Put on shoes. Interviewing is a lot like dating. You're going to do it a lot before you find that perfect match. It's just a reality. Have fun with it. Because once you get through the door, right, you're going to punch your resume up to reflect as best as you can the experience that you have to date. The resume you have tomorrow is not the same resume you're going to have in December. I promise you, it's not the same resume you'll have in July. It's just not, because your experience is going to change. And you're going to decide you want to add certain things and take away certain things. So have fun with it. So once you have a resume that gets you through the door, have fun in the interview. Smile. Lydia, smile. Bigger. Okay, there you go. Smile, because you don't know who I'm going to introduce you to, who I'm going to tell you to call, or if I'm going to escort you out and say, bye-bye, have a nice life.
I want to know more about resume. I want to able to learn how to write a good resume and be perfect on what I'm writing about. So today I came here to have more experience on resume writing.
I'm here to learn, more about, up-to-date knowledge about, how to write better resume, how to tailor it to industry, certain industry, and to get more, insight that I didn't know before about the resume.
GroovyLady@yahoo.com doesn't count. When you're doing your resume for a job, whether it's an internship, a part-time job, or a full-time job, you really want to have your name. Your name is your brand. It's who you are. I'm Paige Sultana, all 5 feet of me. Sometimes my kids would pretend I'm not, but I really am, and that's really important. Hot mama doesn't count. Ladies man doesn't count. Because if I'm searching for you at 10 o'clock at night because I want to tell you about a job, I'm not going to remember any of those emails, but I am going to remember Jane Smith. What about Facebook? Everybody on Facebook? I will tell you a secret. HR people spend their days checking out Facebook. They may not admit it, but they do. If I find you on Facebook and I can see what you're doing because you haven't closed your privacy settings, doesn't make me happy. And this is what goes on in my house on a Friday night. Oh my God. My husband's like, what? That is not the same person that was in my office this morning. What? I don't understand. So I will interview somebody, suit and tie, great, articulate, you know, totally knows what they want, know about my company. I go on Facebook and it's a completely different person. I should not be able to see. I went to college too. Facebook didn't exist. Thank yous count. You don't have to mail them anymore. You don't. Send an email thank you. Don't send it to me the second you get down the elevator because then I know you sent me a text. I can time it. I know. I can time exactly how long it gets downstairs when I get those thank yous. Go home. Think about it. Was there something during our conversation that was really intriguing? Did I say something about the Yankees that you thought, wow, we connected? I want to remind her about that point. The key is it's a matter of being creative in how you find a job. So what I've told a lot of students is you're not going to find that one job. But if you find 2 part-time jobs, it really shows that you're trying to hustle. Everybody in this room is the beginning of your network. Networks are how you get jobs. When people say it's who you know who makes the introduction. It's all of you that are sitting in those seats during the interview that's actually going to get the job. And that's really important. I think there's a big difference. Any other questions before we move on?